Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to get gemstones in Hypixel Skyblock. So the first thing you want to get gemstones is complete these 5 requirements. So now, there are 5 requirements, the way I see it, in order to get gemstones. So the first 2 requirements are mining level 12 and a quest from an NPC. And these are done so you can access the Dwarven Mines. And then there was another area that was released in the new update with yesterday, along with gemstones that was added in the new update yesterday. The other resource that was added, like in terms of collections, was Hearthstone, which I made a video about, so you can check that out in the top right hand corner of the screen. So there's a new area called the Crystal Hollows, and there's actually 2 more requirements that you need to access that. So that's going to be 10,000 coins. If you have enough to access the Crystal Hollows, you probably also have 10,000 coins, and it probably won't be too expensive for you. Like, I have 60 million coins, so it's really not too bad. So just have 10,000 coins on you. And then to access the Crystal Hollows, the other thing you're going to need is Heart of the Mountain Tier 3. So you can view this by going Your Skills, Mining, Heart of the Mountain, and you can view it on the side here. This Tier 3 should be a green square. It's similar to how you access, like, the bestiary, or, like, the fishing sea creature thing. You know, that's the spot in the menu. So that's, there's that. Heart of the Mountain Tier 3, you can get via Heart of the Mountain experience, which I'll talk about a little later. And then the 5th requirement is a pickaxe of, technically the minimum to get any gemstone is mining level 6, but each type of gemstone has its own requirements. I believe there's Jade, Amber, Topaz, Sapphire, Amethyst, and Jasper, and Ruby. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So, a breaking power of 6 can only break Ruby, and then a breaking power of 7, which I'd recommend the Ruby drill, because that's cheap enough drill that it will be able to break most of them. It just, the only thing it can't break is the Jasper, which needs a breaking power of 8. So this is very hard to do. I'll put all the drills on screen now with their breaking powers, and then I'll also put all the gemstones and the breaking powers required. So use that to help you. Titanium pickaxes, and I think any pickaxe above this, not drill, pickaxe, will have a breaking power of 6. So you can use that if you just want to break Ruby, which is okay. Which gives you 1 gemstone. Keep in mind that it's not the only. You don't need a break gemstone to obtain it. There are other ways to get gemstones. So let's start with the fourth requirement, mining level 12. There are 2 main ways to get mining XP. The first thing is just mining. You can just break blocks like this. Not in a bad way. It should get pretty fast. And then the second way is using mining minions, which is passive, so might be better for some people if you want to do other grinds besides getting mining XP, as it doesn't really help you besides progression stuff. So, a good minion for mining XP, I mean, it's a mining minion, so it gives you mining XP, so those are snow minions, and it gives you, I think, the most money out of any minion. So it's a good thing for that, because you get money, even though it might not be the best for mining XP. There are better minions for that. It is pretty good. So, yeah. So now that you have mining 12, the next thing you wanted to get is, to access the deep caverns, is do a little quest for an NPC. And that is pretty easy. Basically, go to the bazaar, and I believe there's a bunch of ores, like the vanilla ores. So that's coal, iron, gold, diamond, lapis, emerald, redstone. I'm not sure about quartz, but all those ores, think about them. Then pick 3. I think picking the 3 cheapest would probably be the best. So, like, that'd probably be coal and redstone, maybe emerald. Those are 3 cheap ones, or I guess lapis you could include in there. So this would be lapis, coal, and redstone. So anyway, so pick 3 of them, and then you're gonna get 10 of the enchanted version of that ore. So if I was doing coal, lapis, redstone, I could do 10 enchanted coal, 10 enchanted redstone, 10 enchanted lapis. Now once you have those, so you pick 3, you're gonna go to the Obsidian Sanctuary, and that's in the deep caverns. To get to the deep caverns, there's many ways you could do it. You could do /warp portal. I'll bring you to an island that has a portal to it. Oh, just spelled it wrong. Oh, not warp, sorry. /visit portal. And that will take you to an island with a portal to the deep caverns. You could go in this one right here, and it will take you there. You could go through the portals, obviously, or you could use a travel scroll, which you can get off the auction house, or you can unlock it yourself. I'm not sure what collection it is. I think it might be gold. I'm not sure. Anyway, now you're here at the deep caverns. Talk to the lift operator. Go to the Obsidian Sanctuary. If you have not unlocked the Obsidian Sanctuary, the way you unlock, there's a very easy shortcut to unlock all the levels of the deep caverns, which is falling off this block right here. And once you do that, it will basically unlock every level for you. It's kind of complicated to explain, but essentially, Skyblock, it's kind of a bug, I guess, that makes Skyblock register you as being in every single level of the deep caverns, and thus unlocks it for you, so you can fast travel there using this NPC. Anyway, now that you're in the Obsidian Sanctuary, there's this NPC here called Riss. Anyway, so he'll basically take those items from you, and then he'll basically teleport you to the Dwarven Mines. If you already have it unlocked, talk to the lift operator, go to the Dwarven Mines. Now, you are in the Dwarven Mines. Now, there are 2 more requirements that you're gonna need to access the Crystal Hollows, which is an area within the Dwarven Mines. So basically, the first one is Heart of the Mountain Tier 3, which can be, as I said, obtained via Heart of the Mountain XP, which can get via doing the events that pop up in the Dwarven Mines, like the raffle and the Goblin raid thing. And then also the main way, which is commissions. And that's, you can view your commissions by talking to the king, which is in the castle that way. There's also other ways to view them, but I won't go through them now. You can also view them in the tab menu, that too. Anyway, so now that you have Heart of the Mountain Tier 3, the other requirement is going to be 10,000 coins, which I said, pretty easy. Now, talk to this NPC called Gwendolyn. Now, anyway, there's a little cooldown on how often someone can go there, so you do need to wait for the cooldown. As you can see, I think that they're down. Anyway, so if you I don't think it actually costs you to spend the money. You just need to have 10,000 coins on you. I think this is a guarantee that you have. At least have some amount of money in the game, so you're not super early game. Anyway, like I said, you could just skip that, or you could, if the first time you're there, it will take you through the whole ride. Anyway, now you're in the Dwarven Mines. I mean, not the Dwarven Mines, the Crystal Hollows. So, it is a randomly generated lobby, so what will look like for you, is probably going to be looking different from what it looks like to me. So the first resource that's like immediately there is Hardstone, and that's kind of this stone here. And you need a breaking power of 4 or higher, which is a diamond pickaxe or better, to break just Hardstone. But everything else, you'll need at least a breaking power of 6 if you want to break the minimum, which is kind of a ruby gemstones. So anyway, now that you are here in the Dwarven Mines, Crystal Hollows, you want to look for gemstones. Now, they will look like stained glass. So amethyst is purple. There's also, I'm pretty sure amber is probably orange, topaz is probably yellow, sapphire is probably blue, amethyst is purple, jasper is pink, and ruby is red. And jade is green. I'm not sure if I said that. Anyway, so they're all found in different areas. So this one might be found in the jungle, this amethyst here, but each kind is found in a different area. Ruby, however, is an exception. It's found everywhere. So that is something to keep in mind. So it doesn't matter where you are. So basically, you want to look around and look for rubies. So they're in any biome, and they're going to be red stained glass. So they aren't too common, but then they aren't super rare either. So it's pretty easy to find them, especially if you're looking for it. they're not the most common thing, again. Just kind of run around until you find them. Okay, there we go. Found some rubies. So if it looks like stained glass, the panes and the blocks will still work. And you're basically gonna just go break it. It does take a while to break, but it gives you the gemstones. Now, for me, it's gonna go into stack because I've already unlocked the the collections, but I think it's tier 1 collection, so it's actually pretty cheap, and it gives you 128,000 storage space just for the small. So small is actually pretty good. For other things, it's like 240, I think, but this is pretty good. So basically, you're just gonna break it, and yeah, that gives you the gemstone. The other ones, like I said, will require a higher rigging power, so this one will require 7. Stuff like that. The other ways you can get gemstones is using the loot chests, and they're kind of chests that are kind of spawned around in the event places. So I think there's like little buildings. You might find structures. You might find chests in there. You can open it, and they'll occasionally have the gemstones in them. But the other uh, the other way you can get it is you can also find them just by mining. You might find it. It's pretty rare, but you can find them. Just like mine them. It's just kind of a rare chance that you'll find one. Yeah. They also come in different rarities. So the way it works is I think you need something like so it's a little bit like the enchanted version of an ore. So when you mine them, it will be a rough gemstone. But then you can combine, I'll use ruby as an example, 80 rough gemstones, so into the flawed version, and the flawed version goes up to the next one is the fine one, and then after that I think it's the flawless, yeah, and then after that is perfect, and you can each rarity you can find in the bazaar individually, so that's pretty nice. Of everything, it's actually a huge page on the bazaar, so that's kind of the difference between them. In terms of uses for gemstones, the different uses are probably like you can use them. I think you can use the different rarities to upgrade certain items and gives them extra stat boost. It's pretty nice. If you look at the collection here, there is the gemstone stack. There is obviously the gemstones themselves, the flawed versions. There's a talisman family group, and then there's power scrolls, which basically you can bind them with to upgrade a right-click ability. So this Jasper one, if I combined it with, let's say, my, I don't know, AOTE has a right-click ability. So then using this ability transmission would give me 10 strength for 5 seconds just using this ability. It's not, but it uses Find Jasper and Enchanted Paper. So pretty nice. They give you defense, mining speed, Jasper, not strength, mana, and get back 1% of your health when using it. So pretty cool. Then outside of that, there is the Pristine book, which gives you pristine. So essentially, the way it works, it uses topaz, is it's a little bit like ferocity, and it's the chance. One pristine is one chance that you'll get a. So when you mine a rough one, it will give you, with one pristine, it will give you a 1% chance to get a flawed version of that gemstone. So it's good. The more the better. And then outside of that, there is the artifact and the family group, and I believe it also gives you the dwarven forge recipe. And then it also gives you the gemstone gauntlet, which is breaking power of 9, and that gives you the it's fairly expensive, but it gives you this insane drill. Oh, it's not even a drill, it's just a pickaxe. And a sword. Whoa, okay. So yeah, that's it for today's videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you do have any questions, please do feel free to comment them down below. I do greatly appreciate if you subscribe and like the video, because That helps me out a ton, and it means the world to me, so that's it. Bye!